These awards, earned, not bought. 23 years, 500 plus deals. But my story started the week I got laid off right after closing on my first home. No savings, no pipeline. Last year kind of felt the same. Uncertainty, rate hikes, hesitation. That's why I wrote the book Commission Earned Not Promise. Because consistency isn't luck, it's structure. If you're an agent trying to stay consistent in this market, grab the link in my bio. We're gonna talk a lot of sneakers today. Some real estate talk, some motivation, inspiration. We try to mix it up a little bit. Today's sneaker, since we just had the Super Bowl, I pulled out the Super Bowl Air Force Ones. This to me is a really, really dope sneaker. You could tell by the bottom that I've worn the hell out of these. What I really like about this is the material that they use. They pull the materials off the actual football to create the sneaker. So that's why I like this sneaker so much. You have the 2006 on the back. These sneakers are damn near 20 years old.
They're older than your son?
They're older than my son, right? Crazy. Well, yeah, they're a few years apart. Right. And on the tongue, you have the them kicking the ball, the field goal. Really, really dope shoe. I like it. I like everything about this sneaker. This is to me when Air Force Ones or Nikes used to really make. They were really, really creative when it came to their sneakers. If you can find a pair, definitely grab them. Shout out to the Seahawks. I don't know what team you guys wanted to win. Hopefully you made some money. You didn't lose a lot of money, but whatever. That's a whole nother conversation. We're going to talk about some real estate. My son's going to let you know what's going on in the market.
Yo, so with some of the rates right now, some stuff hovering around 6%, other under 6%. So definitely a great time to get inside. Great time to purchase, or at least try to line up purchasing. I know a lot of people looking to move around. We've been recently speaking to for, the spring, the summer. You definitely want to start now, depending on what the other side is doing, or, how detailed the transaction could be, 2 or 3 months on average. So you definitely want to at least start planning in it now. I know a lot of people have kids finishing school and people coming up on retirements and things of that nature. You don't want to actually wait till that specific day or around that specific time frame, because that's when things get chaotic and everybody else is jumping into the market as well. You definitely want to plan out beforehand and before time, and so it could be an easier process. So
yep. And today, without further ado, this is someone that I've known almost 20 years.
All time, man. Lowe's bullying your son. Yeah. Yo, I'm sorry. You're just a young guy. You guys understand. It's my generation. We're always gonna go at the young guy.
Yes.
It's all love. It's not like condescending way.
Yeah.
Family
Family
guy.
guy.
Old head. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Family guy, real estate guy, hard money guy, mortgage. I met him doing mortgages. He's doing everything now.
Yeah.
My guy. Thank you for
evolved a little bit. Yeah.
You've evolved. Thank you, man, for sitting down with us.
Absolutely.
I know this is long overdue. Long overdue.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, before we start, question, because somebody asked me that question, I caught myself, because I've caught myself in a moment of gratitude. Because he's like, "Yo, how many sneakers you got?" Right. So I started collecting seriously. I would probably say 2021. I'm late.
Okay.
I'm a late boomer.
Okay.
So like he was like, "You got sneakers?" I'm like, "Nah, I got a lot, like 50." Right. And I said that out loud. Like,
Could you did?
I'm like, "Damn, that's a lot of sneakers though." Well, because I have friends that have warehouses. I have a friend that didn't wear the same pair of sneakers from January till July.
The same pair?
Every day. They never wore the same pair every day. He wore that. You know what I'm saying? That.
Yeah.
So that's who I'm around. So I feel like I'm nothing. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, whatever.
I'm the same way. I got a couple of pairs. But
Well, my question was, because you have some '06 stuff. So how many pairs of sneakers do you have? Are you at liberty to say, or is the IRS coming to get you?
They might be, the African boys might be listening. I mean, right now, I probably have about a little over 200 pairs.
Okay, that's it. That's definitely a collection.
Yeah, and I had a lot more, but I gave away a lot of sneakers. And growing up, my son and I used to wear the same size, and my daughter too. So I would give him sneakers. We don't wear the same size anymore. Thank God.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, right now a little over 200.
All right, that's a real collection. I just want to put that in context for everybody. Everybody's at different levels, and
Everybody's different levels.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
yeah.
That's a fact.
So when I told that guy I like 50, he was like, "Oh, that's a lot," and I'm like, "Well, my man got like 4,000.
Right.
But he doesn't know him, right? So it just becomes a game of level, right? A game of how deep you're into it. But I'm sorry, we digress.
No problem.
All right. So
How are you feeling today? What are you wearing today? Let's start there.
we're right here. Real estate, sneakers and real estate. Be the hottest shit on the street, baby.
Thank you, bro.
Hottest shit on the street.
Thank you, bro.
Crazy.
Thank you, bro.
Ask me another question.
Thank you, bro. We talking about the kicks, man. Let's
Oh.
talk about the kicks.
Am I taking them off or what are we doing?
You can take them off.
I got the Nigel Sylvester AJ1s on today because I got another shirt on. It
I love
matches. Kind of matches, you know. Shout out to TDH, my sneaker plug. They get me everything.
Oh, okay.
I love those.
I need to get the TV.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely cool. So they hold your stuff for you. It's a beautiful thing. I went to pick up my sneakers because I went through some stuff and, the business was crazy, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
November, so I was basically in like a triage emergency room trying to pick shit.
Oh, well,
So like, the way my man says it, he sends you the list. These are coming. So I'm like, yeah.
what you need? Yeah.
So I get there for Christmas because I'm picking up Christmas gifts.
Mhm.
He goes, yo, I got your shit. So I'm like, all right, bet. Because again, I just say yes. My man pulled out like 24 pairs of sneakers. I was like, okay.
24 bit.
Yeah, but like I got 3 sons. So 4, my wife, 5.
But
So each clip, like each run will be like 5 pairs. So it's not all for me. Just in case, people say, oh,
it's transparency.
yeah, I got a crew. You got to take care of your crew.
You gotta take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew we was going in heavy today, so I had to pull out I pulled out the Jordan 3s today, but the Jordan Timberlakes.
Okay.
Because I knew we was gonna be talking a lot of sneaker talk today, so I had to pull something clean out the closet.
Those are clean, guys.
Thank you, bro.
I don't think you can do the Fat Joe lick, but they clean.
Yeah, you would not doing it like I definitely wore these. We definitely not doing the lick.
This is really a sneaker podcast right now.
Bro, this is what we do. Those of you that love sneakers, you're gonna love this episode.
Yeah.
What is the first sneaker that you ever loved?
Well, the first sneaker, I come from, for people that know my story, I come from very, very humble beginnings. Like, no money. My mom, came to Puerto Rico, no money. And then she married up, right? She married into a little bit of money.
Okay.
And so I remember this story. So my stepfather worked with my mom, and next door, his boy owned a sneaker store, Hygiene on Mashula Parkway. It's still there, I believe.
Right.
And he goes, yo, Omar, my step-pop's white. So it was real fun. He was like Christopher Walken.
Okay, King of New York. Okay.
That's the type of guy, right? So he's like, yo, Omar, there's the sneakers over there. I want you to go see them. And before that, I was wearing, like, I couldn't even tell you what I was wearing. That sounded like it wasn't on the radio.
It wasn't on the radio.
Yeah, I didn't, whatever my mother got me is what I got.
Right.
I was 12. And I go over there and Timmy, the owner, brings out this box. I'm bringing out the sneaker. And it wasn't the Virgil, but it was the AJ2. And it was the first time I opened it. And the first time I got sneakers in a box, right? Not to date myself. And I opened up the wrapping. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. I didn't know what I was looking at. I didn't even know who Michael Jordan was. That's how crazy it was, right?
Wow. The twos dropped in 87.
86.
86.
I was
87.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, man. So that was my first pair of sneakers that I knew when I picked them up, they were worth something. I really didn't have the concept because I was 12, but I was like, so when I go to school, right? And people start looking at you different. You're like, yo,
That's when you know you
they're
got
like, okay. So you start building a little bit of pride in yourself. And that's where I think part of me clicked and started changing, not to just pursue the fashion, but also to understand what branding, marketing meant, like in a very young way. Like what you wear separates you.
to separate you.
Right.
100%.
Right.
What do you think is a sneaker that represents your personality? Or your personality?
My personality, I think any AJ off-white because
Okay.
I'm still I like Virgil. I like Virgil's message, but rest in peace, Virgil.
Rest in peace.
And yeah, he was about inclusivity, but he was also about individualism. If that, I know it sounds like contradictory.
Yeah.
But like I was trying to get those the new ones that dropping this month, the forest, what they call that white AJ1.
Oh, the AJ1s. Yeah.
Yeah, but the off-white editions. Those are banging.
Yeah, it's funny you talking about all fights. I got a pair here too.
Gotta have.
I need those though.
We got them.
Yeah, I need those.
The proud. Now I'm going on a Kobe run.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, now I'm starting.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Kobe. Yeah,
Being Kobe.
Now I'm going on a Kobe run, especially after Jalen was like, "Yo, I don't even want my own shoe. I just want to wear his shit." It just showed because he represents, I believe, a mentality that is being kind of forgotten by our youth.
I agree.
And you got to kind of understand. I told my son this all the time. There's a difference between good and being great. Like being good,
Big
if I showed up, yeah, that's cool. That little difference. Start waking up early, right? What pays dividends later, right? And the big thing is, and especially for you, young in the business, I haven't sat in the same room with your pops in like 20 years, right? But we always kind of saw each other, and the deal we did kind of was always, it was a good transaction, so we always had that respect. Like it was always, and it was a tricky deal. It was I lost the deal, we made it happen. So like from there, he's like, yo, okay, we'll do. And you're gonna meet people that you're gonna find that are really not accredited to do what you do, and that's okay. You just put them where they belong. Yo, just keep it rocking. Yo, cool, dap. You want to do business together? No. I'm a little busy over here. You know what I mean? But you're gonna learn down your own. But I'm 21 years in the game now, so I've been doing it for a little bit. Yeah. You want a bunch?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you wear a lot of your shoes or like this?
I wear everything.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a collector like that.
Oh.
I wear everything. I wear it when I get them. If they're so hot, I put them on.
You put them on. Okay.
I know the sneakers. I'm like,
Oh, you lace them up?
yeah, I'll walk right out with them. Yeah. I think I did that day when I picked 21 pairs. I wanted to wear the it was kind of snowing. I bought Timbs. I was rocking Timbs. I haven't had Timbs in like 5 years. I was like, gotta put them on. Rep the Bronx and go.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I was just about to ask you where you grew up. Was it Bronx?
196 in Jerome. For those that know that's hardcore Bronx.
Yes.
And then I moved when I was 12, 13 to Pelham, which was a nicer area of the Bronx.
Yeah.
And then I went to NYU.
More money over there too.
We went from everybody on subsidized housing, was right, to people that had jobs and little mob ties and all that.
Right.
And then I went to NYU at school, and that's when I started meeting people of different games. Like I was like, "Yo, want to CEO what?" And like pulling up and things out like, "Yo, TV." Yeah, I was like, "What?" And they're like, "We're going to Cali this weekend. Like we'll be back." Like that opened my eyes to the caliber of people that are out there that I had never. I used to hang out on the block on Bodega store, right? I used to hang out on the corner. I'd be like, this is what we doing, right? And then you go there and your eyes get open and you're like, yo, there's a whole other lifestyle. And this is not even TV. This is real life, real people really doing it. Yeah, it changes everything.
Nice. Your first exposure to money or real estate?
First exposure to money, I went downtown. I did a little bit of like an internship at Wall Street.
Nice.
And I made a quick check.
Nice.
Then I blew it.
It happens.
Yeah, well,
this is what we do. Especially when you don't got money.
Yeah, because you're like, yo, because you think it's gonna just come, right? You're like, yo, I just need 30,000. It's crazy. I'm 25 years old. I'm like, yo, I'm rich. Let's go get a Benz. And that's exactly what I did. And now, I mean, look, man, these lessons to me are so important because I'm not saying I'm super like conservative. I invest, I save, but I like to hang out. I like to hang out. Like I like to. When I was up a couple of years ago, before Mom got sick, I was on the Nets. I was on the floor. I was, I was screaming at KD. KD would tell me, chill. I was like, yeah, no, we got it. Like good mind, right? That's the mind. Yeah, but I believe life is the sum of the experiences. So you got to experience it.
Right. You started off as an agent, investor, or a lender?
I started off as all right. So.
Because I knew you as a mortgage guy.
Right. So I got to that. The first thing, I had a liquor store in the Bronx, right?
Oh.
You heard the story or no?
No.
I had a liquor store and nightclub in the Bronx. And some guys I grew up with ended up going into the banking world in Long Island, all right? So he's like, yo, I'm going to have a party, my birthday party, you get the nightclub. I was like, I bet, I got you. So we did a nice party for them.
Right.
So he called me a couple of weeks later, and he's like, yo, my boss wants to meet you. Now, the boss was the owner of the bank. He was the closing department. And I'm like, for what? What's he need? You have a party? Like, I was on Castle Hill, man. It wasn't like,
Oh, you were okay.
yeah, I was Candela, I was like Jimmy's. That was the kind of the vibe. I don't know. This is way before your time, but you looked at
I know.
you know what I'm talking
I
about.
know.
So he's like, nah, he wants to meet you because I told him you lit. So I'm like, okay. All right. So my man pulls up on me, because it was just me at the time at the store. I had no partners, I had no employees, I couldn't afford anything. So I was there from 8 a.m. to midnight every day. I was just doing it. And he pulls up and he owns a bank now, so I'm not gonna put his name out there. So he was, listen, I'm originally from the Bronx and I want to invest in the Bronx now. He's a Jewish guy. And he's like, but they're not gonna sell to me. Because this is the early 2000s. So
Oh, yeah, they're not so.
burning buildings, like there's rubble everywhere. It's like
It was a deep
apocalypse now.
situation.
Like, it's a wild shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. So he's explaining to me real estate because I didn't know anybody who owned. I didn't know anything about it. So he's like, look,
Well, background, how we came up.
yeah. He's like, you find me a building, I buy the building at a good deal, I pay you 6%. That's what he explained to me. So I was like, okay. So I'm here busting my ass selling Hennessy at $35 a bottle, making $6.
No, when
I could make possibly 90 or 30,000 or 25. You know what I'm saying? Like I started doing math. So I bet. So I found one. Of course, there's always somebody in trouble in the hood, right?
Every time, bro.
And they all come to the liquor store to ground their sorrow out.
Exactly.
So I was like, yo, I got somebody to buy a building, whatever. We do the first deal. It was like 300. I had $18,000 charge.
Nice.
I was like, okay. Because in the beginning, you're like skeptical. You don't even know
Of
the guy. You're like, he might try to burn me. Like, what am I going to do? Then we do another one. It was a little bigger. I think it was 5, so it was 25. Or something like that, 30, something like that. So then the third one, I go to the bank that he owns in Long Island, say, I said, and I go in there, and it's a big organization. He has like 300 employees. It was that, because this was 04. She was popping. Like, there was money just.
It was still
Right. It was wild, man. Yeah. So I go to the receptionist. I'm like, yo, I'm here to see this guy. She was like, oh, he's expecting. Hold on. She said, go behind me, make a right, go straight. His office on the left. So I make the right. There's a pit of people on the phone. Again, I don't know what this is. On the right, there's a whiteboard. And on the whiteboard, there's numbers like 150, 250, 350. I'm just using numbers. So I go to his office. I'm like, yo, man, what's up, man? He's like, he's still polishing his shoes. Which I always have to mention it because it was always weird to me. Like, he say, hey, Omar, what's up? How you doing? Like, come in, like, surprise us. Right. He's like, this is before Zelle and wires. So you had to pick your check. Right. Yeah. So he's like, yo, man, we talked a little bit. And he goes, yo, listen, I like what we're doing. You're doing well. He was like, but you should really think about becoming a loan officer. He was like, you speak Spanish and English. You're educated. I see the way you all people. You close deals, so we just closed them. Right. So I was like, yo, those numbers on the board. He goes, those are what people are making a month. Because he had asked me previously, yo, how much you make in the store? I was like, 100. Back then, cash was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. But I was like, wait, $350 a month? He was like, yeah. I was like, I bet. What I got to do? He's like, show up. So I hired somebody to be in my store, and I went over there. And I went over there for like 3 months. It was October, November, December. And those 3 months, I did $90,000 gross, which is basically what I mean for the whole year. I'm not dirty my hands, busting my back. And in the liquor industry, and I can say this because I'm out the business, the way to make money, you buy in volume, and then you separate stores. Like, I'll buy 100 cases, you buy 100 cases, you get the best price, we just trade. And then the margin's thick. Right. But that means at 1 o'clock in the morning, you travel with trucks, you get robbed. It's a thing. Yeah. So, yeah. And after I did the end of the year, I was like, yeah, I'm out. and I was like, I just sold everything. I just sold everything, and I closed the doors. I gave the landlord the key back. I was like, I'm out of here. And I went full force into mortgages.
Wow. That's some story, bro.
Yeah.
Tell us about your first big deal. Big you can remember.
Biggest deal to date, 14 million. Multiple transactions. One client, multiple transactions.
14 million.
House in the Hamptons. Of course, collateralized with 4 of the houses. It was dope. Biggest check I've seen so far in my life. And I like, you don't know if you could do it till you do it, because these numbers are big, right? Yeah. And this is like almost during COVID. It's 21, 22. It's filled off our money, private money. So like, no shit could go wrong, but we did it. And
thank God, amen.
And we moving. I bought a building.
The building that you're working on now?
No, I bought another building in Massachusetts. The building I bought in the Bronx now is the office building. I'm 50-50 with my partner on that.
Nice.
Now we're rehabbing it. Yeah.
Nice. Biggest early mistake that cost you money?
We've all had a lot being watching. I was just not being patient. Not being patient. Like thinking I know more than I know. Somebody didn't come to work. They were supposed to do something. I do it, but I didn't understand what they were doing, and I fucked it up, and I fucked up the check, and $90,000. So I'll never forget it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not proud of it. I say it on camera. I just will never forget that. I'm like, motherfucker. But I will never make that mistake again. So, yeah. Yeah, I take L's, man. I take L's like a champ.
We all take L's. We take L's all the time, bro. Yeah. It's part of the game, but again, like you said, you make that mistake, and the goal now is
never
make sure let me not repeat it. Let me not do the same stuff again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You got a question?
Yeah, I was gonna say, was there ever a moment kind of and like the midst of all this that you feel like maybe this isn't gonna work? Maybe I need to pivot or go back to
Yeah, bro. And I say this with all due respect because I have 3 sons.
Yeah.
How old are you?
23.
I got a 30-year-old, 25-year-old, and 21-year-old. All young men, all different personalities. What you don't understand is how lucky you are to have somebody like you had your pops mentoring you. Yeah. Because when I grew up, my mother was like, you're crazy. My mother came from wrapping meat from Puerto Rico, carrying water in her head. So when I started talking about these numbers, she thought I was going to jail. Yeah. She was like, that's not legal. So in the beginning, you're like, yeah, like she's talking about crazy, but you got to believe, right? And then you got to be around people that are doing it in some way, shape, or form. So what happens is your belief levels grow. As your belief levels grow, the things that you can accomplish get bigger, right? So in the beginning, I remember my first loan, 108, $108,000. Jose Rodriguez. I remember the client. I remember I didn't know anything. So like, yo, clear the clothes, and I'm like, what happens now? Where do I get my check? They're like, oh, no, that's it. No. He has to sign. Okay. Again, the owner recruited me, but he never trained me. He just threw me, he's like, you the yellow phone book and get people interested in refinance. I'm like, refinancing what? They were mortgages. I'm like, all right. I know what no ratio was. I didn't know nothing. I learned it on my own because I didn't come in under a manager. So managers would make an override open. Yeah. So they would manage you because they make the money. I didn't have anybody. That was good and bad. It was good because I didn't have anybody kind of steering me. It was bad because I had no direction, so I had to figure it out myself. Right. So going back to your question, yeah, man. And then I couldn't go back to my old friends and be like, this is what I'm doing, because they were doing other shit, and they're like, nah, that shit's fake, bro. And then later on, the meltdown happens. They're like, oh shit, that shit was real, right? Like, I wasn't doing those loans, but to understand the amount of money, the massive amounts of money that were going through the system, now they believe. So yeah. In the beginning, I didn't know. So going back to what I said, like, you start small at 108. Yeah. Oh shit! All right, so we close, and then we get paid. No. 3 days of rescission. Oh, word. Okay. Day 4. Yo, we get paid. No. We get paid on 15 and 30. Like, this is me. I'm telling you my story, bro. I'm like, bro, it's like I'm never getting paid.
All right. I did all this work and I still can't get a check.
Yeah, and then it's not even a lot of money, but like, you did something. So again, I have nobody to give me any coaching. So I'm like, I said, won't get paid. He's like, the 15 for the 30. Oh shit. Your shit funded on 16, get paid on 30. So yo, those are the struggles I went through. Which I guess pushed me to make myself say, yo, I already knew enough. I can own my own shit, right? I wanted to own my own shit because I wanted control. I don't like being under control. I guess that's maybe a fault of mine, but I believe in that. I believe in controlling this thing.
But I think the way that you grew up as well, we when we come from nothing. I mean, I lived in Nigeria for 8 years. Your mom carrying water on her head, carrying stuff. I did the same thing growing up, so I get it 100%.
And that shit is alien to the younger generation.
It's true.
No offense, but they like my son be like, Dad, stop telling a story about the Bronx. It wasn't like that. I'm like, yo, bro. He's like, why?
I'm telling you because that's how I grew up. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he lives in New Rochelle now. He tells he was in the Bronx, but he's in New Rochelle. He's fine. He's fine.
Exactly. Let's talk about hard money for a second, because I know that's another avenue that you dabble in. Explain hard money, or talk about hard money.
Hard money is very simple.
So like the novice, so somebody who has no idea.
Well, investment properties only, so not primary. You can't live there. We lend you 65 to 70% of the value of the house. All we care about, we don't care about your credit, about your income, about your assets. We care about the value of the house based on the appraisal, and title being insurable, meaning that you're the owner of this house, and if you don't pay us, we can take it. Okay. That's it. That's really, you have a year to be in and out of it, or 2 or 3, depending on the way you structure it. But it's really based for a fast transaction. It's not based to keep it. So the faster you get out of it, the more money you actually can make. Fix and flip guys do it. Buyouts. Like, I have a lot of estates where they have like four siblings, and 2 of them are doing well, 2 of them are not doing too well. They want to get paid out. So these 2 siblings will be like, all right, we're going to do a buyout. We're going to pay you out. We're going to take it ourselves. We're going to rehab it, and then we're going to refinance it. Okay. There's a lot of ways to do it. Or one guy mismanages his money, his taxes on his property are due. His partner finds out. He's like, yo, we 50-50. Yo, fuck, I'm going to buy you out. I'm going to pay the taxes, pay you your balance, because you can't go to a regular bank if you're paying taxes or you're delinquent in your bankruptcy. So that's where we come in. We're an asset-based lender. All we care about is the collateral.
Okay. What do you think is the biggest misconception when it comes to hard money?
I think the biggest misconception is hard money's bad. It's not. It's just,
I don't think so.
It's a timing thing. You got to be on point with your time. I was talking to my wife this morning because she's in the business now. I was like, fix and flips have stopped tremendously because of the guys who don't know what they're doing are kind of disqualified now, because the interest rates are not playing where they're being what they call forgiving. Like, there's a space for mistakes, not anymore. So I'm still doing fix and flips with certain guys, but these are general contract guys who know the game, right? So they're in and out. They do their thing. They either sell it or stabilize it, keep for rental. But it's a business. Some guys are, they fall in love with the concept, and they don't understand, like, yo, you can just knock down the supporting wall. This fucking whole building's gonna fall down. Then now you got the building department coming. Now you asked out for 9 months. Right. You got to know the game, man. Before it was more forgiving. Now it's, you got to be on point. For the pro, let the pros do the pro stuff.
Exactly. What makes you immediately say no to a deal?
If it doesn't make sense, it just doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. I have guys that be, yo, you can't give me 80%. I'm like, no. I was like, no, because there's no cushion. There's no cushion. And if you have too much leverage, so going back to '08, the meltdown was because of 100%, 6% finance. So people were buying houses with no money.
With no money.
So they
and
walk
leaving
away.
the table with money, which
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
But if you walk away, what you put in?
Nothing.
So that's
No skins in the game.
Right, you gotta have skin in the game, right? That's the concept, right?
Got it. Question.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the worst deal you feel like somebody ever brought to you?
Brought to me?
Yeah.
It was this it was these 2 commercial buildings in Queens. We did the loan. Unbeknownst to me, it was kind of like I don't want to say it. It was like, girls that dance for money, that type of thing. Yeah, so they told me it was a bar. When the cops went in there, they shut it down, and we had to repo the bill because everybody was locked up. Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Did you know? Like, nah.
No.
I never did a site visit. But
It was a gentleman's club.
yeah, that was no, it was worse than that.
Oh, it was even worse.
It was
No, I know what you.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
They told me on the camera.
Right.
It was totally off the grid. I was like, that's not what they told me. They're like, all right, you sure? I was like, yeah, look at the paperwork, right? So that was the worst. That was one. And the other one was when I did a DSCR loan for a client, and then we got him insurance, and something didn't work with the insurance. 2 weeks later, they wanted to do an inspection, and he had knocked the building down.
He knocked the building.
Yeah, because he was gonna flip it. He's gonna do it. I was like, "Where's the building?" Those are 2 of the ones that still stay in my mind. Like, damn, bro, you could have told me. It's like, oh my, I told you I'm knocking that shit down, going up. I was like, but damn, 3 days?
Right.
Yeah, he was serious guy. Wow. Going back to serious guys.
Serious guys again. Yeah.
Yeah, shit's done.
Let's talk about market strategy for a second.
Okay.
What's happening in today's market that make people or that people are not paying attention to?
So I think for the masses, going back to what he said with the market, right? So the market is usually for people that are thinking about, I think it's time for me to make a move. I think it's time for me to buy or downsize. But then you have that other group that this is what they do to make a living, right? And they're gonna come to you no matter what. So,
No matter what.
right. So this is how I make money. Like somebody asked me, why do you get in the business? I was like, because people always need money. They always want to make some move.
Always.
It's never not. And I know rich people that need money. Like, not because they don't have it, they don't want to use their money. They want to leverage it.
Leverage.
Right. So I view the players are gonna play. Right.
That's a fact. And that's never going to change.
Yeah, the guys that used to watch a lot in the stand that want to come out and maybe try to play a little bit, they're gonna go back in the stands because it's tougher. It's tough. You need referral. You need residual income. You need to have some reserves. It's a different game, bro. But business as usual. I'm out right now. I'm carrying 15. Well, 15, yeah, juggling them. And the foreign nationals are coming. Like, even with Trump here, they come from other countries. They buying. So yeah, we're good. We're good. Things are good.
Amen. Thank you much for that. I know we were talking about the flips right now. You find it right now. I mean, I fix and flip too, and I find it to be a little bit harder. You find it
Finally
harder
doing
right
this?
now? Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, I do lending. I'm not actually doing it myself, but they're out there. They're out there. I had one client who's a general contractor. He's big on social media or stuff. Shout out to John. Let me shout you out, John. He just bought something in Jersey, and so what he does a market analysis, and he'll be like, I think this was in Kearney. Kearney, Jersey's like up and coming.
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, I'm not gonna make it bigger. I'm just gonna make it sexy, because you want people professionals that don't want to, do too much.
Do too much.
And then they don't have kids yet.
Right.
It's almost like, what was the that part of Jersey that popped off? Was it Weehawken? It was like 20 years ago. It popped off so much, like it was crazy.
It was crazy.
So there's certain pockets that if you look and you really kind of watching the market, you could pop in and out. You can pop in and out. Yeah.
Okay. I know you're talking about the opportunities. If you had 50K today, what would you do?
And I needed it back soon, or I just had it.
You had
I would go crypto.
crypto?
I had some really good luck with NFTs and shit like that.
There you go.
Yeah. So if I didn't need it right now, I'll go crypto.
Crypto.
I go crypto. I did an NFT 5K is worth $120 now. I sold it at 50. I sold it. I'm just keeping my losses. But and my mother had gotten sick, so I need money. And here's the funny part.
You were still up to it.
Yeah, but here's the funny part. I was like, yo, so like I'm in lending and he's in real estate. So I have a friend of mine who's into crypto. So when you're trying to do something, you got to call your man who does it.
Who does it?
Yo. So he called me, so we're making this move. Pudgy Penguins. That's the NFT. You know about it? Okay, so he was like, yo, we doing it. I was like, all right. So he's like, yo, buy one. I was like, I'll watch TV with my wife. And it's like during COVID, I'm like, how much is it?
It's not much, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, he's like 5Gs. I was like, all right. He was like, yeah, open the box. I was like, I don't know how to do that shit. I was like, I'll sell you 5Gs. You buy it, and then you set up my wallet. So he's like, got you. So boom. Then my mother goes through the thing. She gets really sick. So my head is off of that. I think 2 years passed, and I'm a little tight, right? So I'm like, damn, I could use that 5Gs back, right? So I go and I call my man up again. I go, yo, bro, you gotta get that 5Gs back. He goes, hold on. He goes, bro, floor is 40 right now. He's like, you 2 ETH. Got water for like something, an ETH or something like that. He goes, put it for 40,000 or 2 ETH, and you get money. And I never did it. I was like, all right. So I put in OpenSea, right? I'm like, all this shit is weird, but I'm like, open, all right. Then I saw somebody bought it. I'm like, all right. Then wire initiated.
I was about to say,
right?
when I'm getting paid.
It goes to my wallet. It goes to my wallet. Right, it goes back to that. It goes to my wallet. I'm like, yeah, all right. Then I transfer it. Then it hit my account, and I was like, oh, this shit's real. This shit is real, bro. So I'm a believer, man. I'm not an expert, but I'm willing to, again,
You play a little bit.
Going to well, if you have good people, right, you'll always you'll land up. If you have bad people, it is real.
True. What do you think separates average investors from elite operators?
An average investor expects it to be done. An elite operator puts everything in place, and anybody could execute on his operation, right?
Just like what you just said.
Yes.
Perfect example.
I have a good contractor. He's the guy. I'm not the guy. He's the guy. What do? I make money with mortgages. You get these guys done because I want to exit at this time and then make that spread. So you got to have your process in place and be able to explain it, because some people can't see the vision, man. And the truth of the matter is that nobody's going to be as motivated as you. So you got to be infectious with it. Like, yo, man, like I have processing teams. We get into it sometimes, but I never approach it like, yo, I'm like, listen, the only way we're going to make more money is if you understand the way I think. This is the way I think. If I'm on this, you shouldn't be on this. You should be on that. And then we'll meet here, and then we're almost done, right? And it's hard, and it's hard as easy. Like the way I structure my processing team, they get an override commission. So they want to close too. But I'm like, what are we waiting for? Right. Oh, the client is being, okay, cool. That I'll take. I'll call the client. Right. I'll get them going. But, it just becomes, the vision is clear, but you have to be able to communicate it. And that has always been my hard part. Like, I'm like, what are we doing here? They're like, what do you mean? You wake up like crazy. I'm like, yo, man, because we got to get shit done. Right. Exactly. So that's the elite operator. I'm not saying I'm elite. I'm just saying that I'm learning to be better. Right. And that's what I've learned, that I have to communicate better in a way that's non-threatening. And because people take shit personal. Right. And,
it's too aggressive.
If you're the big dog,
I get that too.
Yeah, if you're the big dog, you gotta understand, like, they on your side, they just don't know how to move. Yeah. Right. And I've had people say, yo, I'm not as good as you. Oh, like, and respect. Cool. This is what you're good at. I need you to do this, son. And I'll do this part. Right. So that's hard though, when you're in the middle of, like, I use the analogy in hand-to-hand combat. You're hand-to-hand combat all day. You know what? I'm here, man. Let's hang out. And I said, no, we move.
I'm in it.
I'm moving. There you go. Yeah. So that's the difference. Learning how to communicate to your team the vision.
Nice.
Would you lend to your younger self?
Yeah. I was never a bad payer. I was just risky. I'm still risky. According to my wife, I'm still real risky. But having kids and being married, I understand that there has to be a cushion. If that cushion is there, then I could be risky. If that cushion comes underneath, I got to stop the risk, build it back up. Right. And that's the part of being part of a team, not being a leader, but also being a father, being a husband. Like, you got to understand what everybody needs to function okay. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not living like that. Like, she was like, that deal's crazy. What are you doing? I'm like, yo, relax. I got it. I'm taking care of it. I know what's going to happen. There's going to have that, like on multi-million-dollar deals. She was like, we did a deal together. It was like our second deal. It was a condo for 1.5, and there was a lawsuit against the HOA. I was like, that's common. That's common. She was like, they were never going to sell it. I was like, it's common. We sold it. So, but she never sold. I'd been around it for 20 years, so I know. Again, going back to being able to communicate, right? It's hard, especially the closer you are. Like,
it makes it hard.
Father, son, or husband, wife, because they don't see. You just saying that to me. I'm like, no. I'm serious. Talk to the attorney, like, and you got to get other people to reaffirm what you're saying. Yeah.
It's a fact. Let's talk about some sneakers real quick.
Yes.
Well, not real quick, but
Hours.
similarities between sneaker investing and real estate investing.
If you're selling a resale, yeah, basically is it's who can get them, who can't, and then you got to know the market that wants it, right? Because the pandas were a big example, right? The pandas
We went crazy.
saturated. Then everybody now everybody shit. Yeah. But in the beginning, that was the shit. I never bought them.
I never did.
That wasn't my generation, but I saw it, right? And they're like, yo, and depending on who you talk to, it's a good sneaker or a shit sneaker. Go back to Yeezy 2s, Nike ones. Holy grail. I would buy a pair, right? Maybe to you, like, that's crazy.
Did you have a pin?
No.
We need that.
12 G's, I like, on the Dior AJ1s. My man, one of my clients rolls up on me. I'm sorry, I had to, like, rolls up in the whole Dior outfit. I was like, you're disgusting. He got the jeans on with the Dior.
Oh, man.
The sweater, Dior. And I was like, what are those? He's like, oh, the light, because he knows that. Oh, but this guy. That's the guy who doesn't wear the same sneakers for 6 months.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I would have, let me get those. Because you're not going to wear them again.
Nah, he's a size like 9, man.
I need that 9. If he listening, yo, I need that 9.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's a great.
But it keeps your ego checked. Because, I love to hang out with people who have more. Because I love to learn. I'm not on some, I'm like, yo, man, how'd you do that?
That's how you stretch your tolerance, too.
Yes.
And that's how we grow.
Absolutely. And when you're young, it's hard to do that because you have this ego, right? I'm talking from experience. I'm not saying you. When I was young, I had opportunities that I could have capitalized on. Who knows where my life would have went, but I had a little ego. Like, I don't need that. I don't need that. And now I'm like, yo, I shouldn't have jumped on that route. Yeah.
You got it. You ever flipped sneakers like you flip deals?
Nah, I kind of gift them. Like,
Okay.
Like with I have a new thing now. My clients buy me sneakers at Fully.
They buy you sneakers.
Yeah, my man. You know you're a G. I got the undefeated green ones with orange laces.
Nice.
A nice PAD. I got the Cactus Jack, the
ones.
the Travis high top,
The
brown mochas.
Oh,
But you got closing the bronze because they were like, because I wasn't even on the deal. They came to me because they knew me,
right.
And something was off. And I explained to him, yo, tell this guy to do this and that, and it should be good. And so they end up closing. They go, we owe you.
Nice.
I'm like, nah, man, it's so good. I was like, nah, for real. I was like, yo, if you want to do something, let's get these sneakers that I'm not gonna buy for myself. $1,500. He's like, I got you, and I got them. So, yeah, that's a new thing now. Like
I love it.
Clients are bringing me sneakers now.
Yeah, one of my clients bought me got me a Karl Mines, the Jordan 6s.
Nice.
Got me that and got me a pair of some white and the white and silver ones, the ones that they made for women. Yeah, those was really hard to get at the time. But she was a big sneakerhead and she got me those. She got me both pairs. I was really happy. Shout out to
She was probably happy with you.
Yeah. Well, I got a deal on the house. She wanted to go maybe 80K above ass. This was around COVID. We got it maybe like 20 or 30 above.
Okay.
So we did, but she was fam, go all in.
Yeah.
I said I got it.
Yeah, so
I know what I need to do.
Yeah, so
let me work it how I need to work it.
Let the pros be the pros. That's the thing I always do. Let the professionals be professionals, guys. Yeah. I got the assignment. Let me do it.
And I understand it.
Yeah.
Let me do what I do.
Yeah.
And it ended up working out. Go ahead, you got a question?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's your top 5 sneakers in rotation?
Top 5 is damn. AJ4s are like AJ3, AJ4s, and even AJ5 and AJ2. A1 through 5. How's that? Because I got so many colorways. You don't realize. You open like yesterday. I was going to do this other podcast. I opened the closet. I have a sneak closet now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I was like, and my son, my 25-year-old was there. I was like, yo, I got the shirt that says all I want to do is clothes, and brown with orange. And I'm looking at him. Like, should I put this? He goes, yo, what AJ? Off-White 85, that brown in the back. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, young man got the
They got the eye.
yeah. So those are the things that I like to do with my sons. He works at Apple. And he's very conservative, very unlike me, but there's certain things that we have in common. Yeah, and that's everything, man. When you push forward into your legacy, when you get to that point, when you have kids and you're gonna be like, yo, that shit is special. Right now you're like, oh, that ain't nothing. Because you're your son. When you become the dad, it's different.
That's what's up. What is a power meeting sneaker?
A power meeting sneaker. It depends where I'm going. All right. And it depends on the ethnicity. All right. So like all that plays
into play.
All of it comes into play.
Yes.
Like if I'm going to meet like a European, it'll be a clean Jimmy Choo.
Okay.
Something like that. If I'm going to meet a guy who's heavy into basketball like me, it'll be an off-white or just something that
Along those lines. That they know.
okay. Yeah, because listen, sneakers even spark
Conversation.
conversations. I'm sitting at the Barclays one day on the floor next to the president of the Barclays. I don't know who he is. So we just told he's a tall white kid. And I was like, yo, I never seen those Jimmy shoes. He goes, "It's special for me." And then we started kicking into that, right?
Yeah.
But then I asked the girl who gets in my seat, like, who is that? Yo, he's the president of the whole building. I was like, okay, but it wasn't that.
Right.
Another time I'm sitting next to, I don't know if you saw that video. You would know who he is. Babyface Ray?
Oh, yeah.
See, I know it. I take a video. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Like, we just chilling. We're drinking, though. So I stopped drinking 2 years ago. We old man drinking at the Barclays, and his kid's there, and it's like a little Gucci thing, got the dreads. So, I'm feeling nice. I'm like, yo, man, you in the sing business, And he goes, yeah, I'm a little rapper. I'm pretty good.
Well,
Yeah, that's it. He took down south.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I was like, you take a picture? He's like, yeah. So I took the picture, put on the story. My 30 you're down. That day, great. He's in my favorites. So I'm like, okay. Hove was across from me. I know who he was, but generations. Like, I know who he was, but you never know who you're next to, man. You never know who you're next to.
it's true. If you close a $5 million deal tomorrow, what's a sneaker that you pull now or get?
Probably those Kanye's that I want, the red ones, the Red October. I like those a lot.
Yeah, those are dope.
a lot. I like those. Or the Dior's. Those are the two that I mentioned. I don't know, man. I'm feeling the Bad Bunnies that came out yesterday. A lot of guys are shitting on them, but they're like a clean,
You
go wear
and
like
comfortable sneaker.
khakis,
Yeah.
polo for the summer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm digging that.
yeah. I think the Red Octobers or the Dior's, because the Dior, because I've seen them face to face, and now I'm mad I don't have them.
Them Dior's, those are tough.
Yeah.
Bro. Those are
Yeah.
tough. I tried every site imaginable. Highs, lows. I'll take whichever ones. It just was not in the cards for me. It just didn't happen.
So we got to talk more camera. I got a sneaker syndicate. I got guys. They got
Okay. Oh, so yeah. So we can talk. I just don't want to take out a loan to buy.
No, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you build in long term?
Well, so like I said, my 21-year was showing some interest in the business, which is cool.
Nice.
But the one thing I will share with everybody, because I think is important, like when you do real estate deals or any business you're in, you have to have good partnership buyout agreements, right? And what that means is, like, for example, with the 21 unit that we have in Mass, it's worth like $3 million right now. So everybody has a life insurance policy being paid by the building, and it pays for your share. So what happens is, if I expire before my partners, the life insurance gets cash. They pay my family, and they give the share of my building to them.
Nice.
That's because I've seen too many families
Every single
fighting
time.
over
Every single time.
grandma's house. I've had this conversation. That's what I'm going to say right now. I'm sitting it was in some part of Brooklyn. It wasn't Williamsburg. It was another up and coming Cobble Hill.
Okay.
I'm sitting there. They bring me in for a buyout. I'm like, hey, how's that right? So you have the parents that are sick and older, like machines.
Yeah.
Then you have there's always the one sibling that takes care of them, right? And they don't have a life. They can't.
It's all
24 hours. Then you have the other sibling that went out and did their thing. So I have a financial advisor. I have an accountant, whatever. And they're sitting there talking about how they're gonna divide these assets. Parents are still alive. There's no asset yet. So I'm like, you go
sitting there talking though.
Yeah. It's heartless, bro. It's heartless.
Wow.
So I'm like, but that's not the part that got me. The part that got me, I was like, they were like, well, we should divide the 33. There are lawyers there, and the title person's there, and the whole squad is there. So I'm like, yo, if you ask me, because they asked me, I said, all right, you want my opinion? I was like, all right, so if she gets 50%, you guys get 25. And they're like, why? I was like, because obviously she's giving up her life. How do you metric that? It's a $10 million, whatever it is. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Right. But she's dedicated herself
whole
to your parents. You can go do whatever you're doing, right? Because she's sacrificed, and she looked beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you've been around that, you've seen that. There's always somebody that sacrifices. And they're like, well, we don't want to do that. So I'm going to do the deal. I walked out. Because I was like straight. I was like, nah, man. Like, I'm not going to do
this. Is not right. No, we're not.
Yeah. So that's the crazy part that I've seen in this business. And that's why it was so important for me to start a platform to talk about these things and how you can circumvent them, like life insurance policies, stuff like that. So you don't have to have those things.
Yeah.
And it's hard because, all right, going back to grandma's house, everybody wants to get their inheritance, but nobody wants to pay the water bill or the taxes. Or
I don't
I've had
understand.
people
I see
that you live in the house. Yeah, why don't you pay it? Like my grandma's house. I was like, yo, but the taxes are due. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I walk in the house.
And you got Dior on, but you don't want to pay.
I'm looking at the house like, yo, this shit. Oh, why would not? Oh, grandma. Yeah, she 80. And this is Spanish, black, all of them. I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Like, you weighing her out, so you go, so what? Sell it, get a couple hundred, and live out for a year. We had an estate sale for 1.7 last year. My man ran through he was with his mom. She was the inheritor, but she got her money, and he was always with her, and I get it. And then they were supposed to buy something else, so we reached out to the mom, and she was like, talk to my son. I spoke to his son. He broke. Bought the truck, bought jewelry, bought this. I was like,
In a year?
in a year.
I mean, we see so much that it's
Yeah. Listen, I get it. Look, I come from very humble beginnings, so I get that you want something to make you feel cool. But let's think about it long term, and let's go about like what's sustainable. But you're not gonna blow out $1.7 million or $1.5 million and think you're gonna find that money again. It wasn't your money to begin with. It was your mom. So that's the hard part with our culture that I'm trying to break down more. You could do stuff. You could buy stuff. It don't have to. You could blow out a little bit, 10%,
a little bit.
yeah. But what are we building, right? And that's the part that I think Welby told us about a lot, Drew, to build it. Build. Yeah.
But you know that it reminds me of Sebastian Telfair's story, because he was talking about when he made $20 million over the life of his career, but $20 million is not no money.
Oh, because he got paid. Yeah, all right. So you got $9 million. So whatever. You got $9 million. Why don't you have any money? Oh, because I have my boys, I have my chicks, I have the cars.
And that's my fault, or your, like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah. You don't need 10 cars, man. I've already broke it down. You need 3 cars, bro. You need the truck, the coupe, and the sedan. That's it. You need 3 cars.
I like how you think. I like how you think. That's it.
Boiler truck, boiler car. That's it. You don't need 10. I got 2 Lamb. I'm like, I
got 2 Maybach.
I got 3 Ferraris, bro. I have friends like that. Yeah. I don't want to take it out. I don't feel like I deserve it. I'm like, yeah, because you're down right now. Right. I was like, you're down to sell one. No, I'll never sell one. I was like, all right, well, now you got the golden handcuffs on. I've had those conversations, bro. Like, I don't want to be that. So 3. The next house, then 3. I'm good.
And that's your cutoff. Okay.
Right now, my beat around is the Alpina, and that's okay.
Okay. That's a nice beater. That's a nice beater. That green is serious.
Yeah. Money green.
Nice. Question?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what does financial freedom look like for you?
Financial freedom means I don't have to wake up and do anything. I personally don't think I'll ever retire. I think there'll always be something to do. When you get older, like I got my OG, my partner in my building, he's 75. He makes big money, don't have to work. But he's like, what am I doing? To grind. I'm gonna stay home and do what? Yeah. Play dominoes? Like, he's like, no, because people, that's how you do it. So you gotta put yourself in a position where you don't have to work. You want to work. When you want to work, it is not work. It's your hustle. It's your purpose, right? So then, you keep your overhead, like going back to like me training myself with 3 cars, because I've seen guys in 10 cars and it's ridiculous. But you should also, take a metric of where like you're going to have your high producing years. I think it's 40 to 55, 46. That they say is the big money you make in your time. So take that money, don't blow it. Maybe cut it in half and start stacking or buying stuff that you can't just pull the money out, like buildings and stuff like that. Because if you have to sell, you can, but it's not right there where you see it and you blow into it. Oh, you go on vacation? Oh, you need this? Everybody always needs, especially if they know you got it.
When they know you got it, anybody needs.
Yo, we good? I'm like, all right, man, I got it, I guess. And that's why I start going out.
Right?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. What would be your advice to new investors that are watching?
Start small. Don't stretch all the way for the first one. Hit a base hit. So I had this conversation recently, and we'll end it on this. I was talking to somebody, and they were like, yo, how you doing? I was like, yo, I'm doing better. Mom be passing away. So I said, I told them, I'm used to hitting home runs, but lately I've been hitting base hits. Base hits are good, and they stack up. They just take more work. And it's okay to hit base hits, because you'll get back to home runs.
But if you're going to go into
right. Because there's the burn rate. There's this. There's life. There's every month. So they come in. The bills come in. You got to figure it out. So I had to humble myself a little bit. But like, yo, man, they don't all gonna be a home runs. Just hit a base hit. Stay busy. If you use this deal, if it's not as big as you want it to be, use it for marketing. Like I try to start strategizing myself, because we all are victims of our own success. Sometimes we get caught up. Like nah, I only do this, and I'm like, nah, bro, just, be of value, and I think it will come to you. So the $300,000 deal becomes a $3 million deal when you give that guy or girl so much fucking value and service And they running to tell people, yo, that's my guy. Yo, they'll walk over other guys pass 5 other banks. I don't know all this. And fuck you. Like they become fanatical because you poured into them, right? And they want to keep that going. So that is my advice. You know, start small, but think more of the value part instead of the dollar part. The dollar part will compound. You just gotta humble yourself sometimes. But sometimes people don't. No, if it ain't this, I'm like, all right, man, whatever. I'm closing a $200,000 co-op next week. My man, bro, I was on the phone today. It's not because I'm making a lot of money, man. Like, it's my man. So he's like, yo, I don't fuck with nobody. All right, man. How much? I'm like, all right, man. No. And he's like, he got like $1 million. He's like, yo, I just want $100,000 loan. I was like, oh. I was like, all right, man, I got you. But he's my man. And I know it'll come back. And people, your clients especially, they become your friends. And they want to chop with you, right? You know, why do they buy sneakers? Why? They don't have to do that. You're earning commission, right? But they want to be around you. So that I became very aware of that. And I made sure I focused on that. I focused on that. Yeah.
I like that. How do people reach you?
Ask Luis Omar, all platforms on purpose. Ask Luis Omar. Anywhere. Look it up. I'm there. I had a client look me up. After we do the loan, she goes, I had to make sure. I was like, so what? Make sure.
After the fact,
yeah.
it's too late now.
We closed it already. She's like, I just want to make sure you good. And she sent me a report. I was like, oh, ChatGPT. I was like, okay, thank you. Thank you. Well, that goes to controlling your narrative. Go on social media, control your narrative, not somebody control it for you. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, man.
And we out.
We out. Appreciate your time.
Oh, man, thank you.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, 516-218-1605. Family agent on all platforms. Son?
Femi the Realtor on Instagram.
Follow him.
516-662-6824.
Have a good day. We are out.